Hey guys, Mia here. This is part 3 of Let's Study Korean with Pokemon Black and White. As usual, the text is in the video description if you want to kind of read ahead a bit, and as well as the translation and flashcards. So let's get started. 아무튼 내 이야기는 이 정도로 해두고 So 아무튼 is like anyway, at any rate, and in casual speech you can kind of abbreviate it to like 아무튼. Yeah, just 아무튼, anyway. 내 is my, but again casual. 내 casual. If it was like 존댓말, polite speech, then it would be 제 이야기. And then 이야기 is like story or conversation. Like if you talk to me in Korean, it's, they have their 이야기 section with all those different conversations on their site. So 는 is like a topic marking particle, so it's like as for. Yeah, in English that's about the closest translation, I guess. Just kind of like as for something. So like as for my story. So like anyway, as for my story, 이 정도. So 이 is like this, right? This. 그 is that. 그 이야기, that conversation, that story. Well, I don't know, like so I'm gonna like put the check. So like 이 check, like that check, right? 그 책, that book, or like 이 책, this book, right? So 그. 정도 is like extent, degree. So 로, and then 로 is kind of like towards or up to, kind of like that. Here it's, it can also be like with, but yeah, here it's like up to. So like it's kind of like up to, towards, like this extent, like this degree. 해두고 is kind of like set aside, or just kind of like, leave something at, leave it at that, kind of, in English. Let's just leave it at that, kind of thing. It's like a combination of 하다 and 두다. So 하다, to do, and then 두다 is like to put something somewhere, place something somewhere. So yeah, and of course you can use other verbs with tuda. It doesn't have to be hada. Just, conjugate it, and instead of putting the yo there, you put a tuda. And also, usually there would be a space in between there. Yeah. Like in between the verb stem and the tuda. I don't know why here there's no space, but yeah, usually there would be space in between those two verbs. Another thing, you can combine, like instead of 해 두다, there's also 해 놓다. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Like nota is to put something somewhere or place something somewhere, but yeah. As for like the difference between tuda and nota, like according to this book, this like kanzen master, 한글 문법. According to this book, the difference is like what? Like tuda is like you're putting something back where it's supposed to be, kind of thing. Like you're placing something where it's, just supposed to be, basically. And then nota is kind of like just temporarily, you're putting something somewhere, maybe that's not where it's supposed to be, but you're just kind of putting it there and kind of like leaving it in that state. Like nota and tuda, they have that kind of connotation of something being just like put in a state and kind of left there. Yeah, and tuda also has like a kind of another usage, which is like kind of like doing something for something. And there's like, so maybe like you're fixing to go on to leave on a long like trip somewhere or something. You're gonna take a long car drive somewhere. So it's like, oh, I better eat something before I go, right? So it's like, yeah, like you eat beforehand, like, yeah. 먹어두었어요, like you ate kind of in preparation for doing something. Yeah. So 아무튼 내 이야기는 이 정도로 해두고. So anyway, my story, like let's just leave it at this. Just this. Just leave it at that. 너에 대한 것을 알아보도록 할까? So no is you. It's casual. So 방어. Yeah, if you look you up in a dictionary, you'll probably find 당신, but 당신 is just don't use it. I mean, like, it does mean you, but yeah, it's kind of like you for like a wife and husband. It's like you, my darling, kind of thing, or like you, like my, like I'm gonna kill you, like kind of like, it's like there's two like real like kind of emotional meanings, but like kind of opposite meanings. Like either you really hate something or you really like something. Well, someone, not something, but So you really like someone, you really hate someone. Same in Japanese with anata. Just you don't really use anata. It's more for like married couples or yeah, just someone you want to like beat up. So yeah, instead of using 당신, just like from the start, like just ask their name, like 이름이 뭐예요? Just, what is your name? 이름, name, 뭐, like what, 예요, is, 이름이 뭐예요? What is your name? Like, yeah, just from the start, just 이름이 뭐예요? Like, Bob she, I see, just Bob she, like, it's like Bob-san in Japanese, but yeah, just an honorific suffix, Bob she. So yeah, just use that instead of people's names or like you. So yeah, 너에 대한. So 에 대한 is like about. So about you. 것 is a thing. So like thing about you. Things about you. 알아보도록. So 알아보다 is like, it's like investigate. To like look into something. So alda is like to know, and then poda is like to try to do something. So it's kind of like a combination of alda and poda. It's like you're trying to know something, you're like looking into it. So yeah, it's like it's its own kind of word, which means like investigate or like look into. But you can also just use poda like by itself, like like something, like you want to try to eat something. So like 야채를 먹어보세요, like try to eat your vegetables. So 먹다, to eat, 먹어보다, to try to eat, and then 세요 is just like a command, like try to do it, like do it, like eat your vegetables. Kind of 야채를 먹어보세요. Yeah. So like you take the conjugated form of the verb, so like 먹다, and then you conjugate it, 먹어요, but instead of like yo, like you just put the poda. and then you conjugate 보다. So like 뭐고 봐요, 뭐고 보세요, 뭐고 볼까? So 뭐고 볼까요? Like, shall we try eating something? Yeah. But so yeah, like I said, usually 보다 is like a verb. It's like something in itself. Like there's a space in between the words. So 뭐고 space 보다. 뭐고 봐요. Like, but this 알아보다 is like kind of like a word in itself. So there's no space. It's just look into something. But like they still want to say like try to do something. So like there's the 토록 there. Like 토록 also means like try to do something. I mean it can also mean like make sure you do something. But yeah, here it's kind of like just try to do something. 할까 is like shall we? Do you want to do something? I mean it's shall we, but I mean we don't really use shall much in English. Shall we do something? Like you often just translate it to like want to. Yeah. So like shall we do something? 할까? So this is just 하다, and then 할까? So 하다 to do, 할까? Like shall we do something? So shall we try to look into stuff about you? So she was like talking, she was like, anyway, like enough about me, like let's talk about you, basically. So like 에테한. Also that 에테한, like that's a really useful grammar point as well. Like you can, and it kind of, one thing you should notice, like here, it's modifying 것, so it's like an adjective, like 에테한, like you have the tehan there, so it's like an adjective. But yeah, if you want to just say like, let's, I don't know, another, just, this book or something. 이 책에 대해 더 이야기할까요? Like 더, shall we talk about this book more? So about this book. So 이 책에 대해 talk, so like about this book. 이 책에 대해 about this book. 더 more 이야기할까요? Shall we talk about? So yeah, like shall we talk about this book some more? Like 이 책에 대해. So like 에 대해, and you need the a particle there when you're like that's part of the grammar point. So yeah, just 에 대해, and then but of course here it's modifying something, so you have the instead of 대해 it's 대한. So it's something about you instead of just about the book or something. So let's go on. 너는 남자니 아니면 여자니? 너는 no, so again you. 는 topic marking particle, so like as for you. 남자, are you a boy? 니 is like a casual like question marker, so like you just put it at the end of a sentence. Yeah, it's kind of like no in Japanese, sort of. But yeah, just a casual kind of question marker. Yep. So are you a boy? 아니면 or 아니면 여자, girl. Are you? Like 아니면 여자니? Like are you a girl? So 남자. 남자로구나. Like so you're a boy. Like this like 구나 like thing is kind of like, yeah, just like I see, like so you're a boy, like this kind of thing, like yeah, 구나, 그렇구나, like I see, 그렇구나. Yeah is yes, but it's polite, like really polite. I mean usually you can just say like 네, yes, 네. And there's also, if like really casual, there's like you can just say yes. And then 아니요 is no, but again, it's polite. Like, more casual, you could just say like, 아니요. 아니요. So, 남자로구나. So, you're a boy, yes. 이름도 알고 싶구나. So, 이름, name, though, like, also. So, like, too, also, too, as well. So, like, also your name, 알고 싶구나. So, 알다, this is 알다, to know. And then, go 싶다, it means to want to. So, earlier we saw, like, 할까, and that means, like, shall we, but we don't really say shall we in English much, so it's kind of translated as want to. But, if you want to say, like, literally, like, want to, in Korean, it's more like this, like, want to know. So, go 싶다 is want to something. So, you just take the verb stem and you put go 싶다. So, like, 보고 싶다, want to see something, like, 그 영화 너무 보고 싶어요. Like, I really want to see that movie. Like, 그 영화, that movie, 영화, movie. 보고 싶어요. So, 보다 is to see. And yeah, 보고 싶어요, like, want to see. So yeah, you just go like that, like, or like you want to eat something, like, 먹고 싶어요, something 먹고 싶어요. Something. Also, if you want to say like something, like kind of in English we have like you can have like a blank space in writing, and it's like just like maybe there's like a squiggly line, and then like want to eat, just like something, want to eat, like that something. Like if you want to say that in Korean, it's like momo. So like momo go 싶다. So like something want, like. So like the something thing is like momo, or like in Japanese, nani nani. It's like that. So nani nani, nani nani shitai, want to do something. Nani. It's like that. So 이름도 알고 싶구나. Like, I'd also like to know your name. This kind of thing. 내 이름을 알려줘. So 내 is you. Well, I mean, your. It's the possessive. You is no, and then like your is 내. Like also be careful because 내, like my. Oh, because like 내, my is like, it's the same pronunciation, but it uses the other like e sound, like that looks like an H. So yeah, gotta be careful with that. Like, but yeah, 내, and both of them are casual. 내 and 내. So 내 이름, your name. 알려줘. So 알려줘, like 알려주세요, like let me know, like tell me something, like. So 줘, like 주다. 알려주세요 is like please tell me. 알려줘 is casual, 반말. So, please tell me your name. 알려줘. Alright. 당신의 이름은, so here's, the 당신, your name, 당신. 당신의 이름은 미요. Okay. Yep. MYO로구나. So it's me. So it's me. Okay. Yeah, yes, 네. MYO라는 이름 참 멋지구나. This name MYO, like 참, like really, like honto니 in Japanese. honto, like really, truly, like 멋지구나, like cool, awesome. 멋지구나. So yeah, that was part 3. I'll make another soon. Thanks for watching.